YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. So I hope you're doing good and you're great today and a relaxing night. Even we are living in kind of confusing days, strange days, and difficult days for Europe, and I would say for the whole world. And I think it's a good idea to think about our people in Europe, especially in Ukraine and Russia also, because no one wants this war and no one wants this stupid things what we must experience right now. So let's pray for that people. And if you are looking at your charts, then please think about that people. They are fighting for their life right now, and too many people lost their life already in this absolutely senseless war what we are experienced here in our in these times, in days like this. So we stream this show, now the August stuff, we stream this show on YouTube. You'll find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe it and you can leave a comment if you want. You can give us a like if you want. Just say this show is really cool. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The chat is open here on Zoom and on YouTube also. Yeah, now let's... Nastya, if you give me the access to share my screen, then I can share my screen too. Thank you very much. Nastya is my wonderful moderator in the back. Without her, we couldn't make this wonderful show here. Thanks, Nastya, for your daily support. So, okay, let me see. Who is with me this morning? Where is my family? Where is my lovely trading family? So Janusz, good morning. Greetings to Tenerife. Just saying good morning to greetings to Singapore. Darshan, Tina, good morning. Peter, good morning. Magdalena, wonderful. Raquel, good morning. Imrine. Here, Nastia, T. I love trading, you know. Okay, so Imreni, good morning, and Karel, good morning, and Willie, the closest client here around the corner. So what's the top news this morning? The top news, Japan to sanction 3 Russian banks, including VEB, and the UK government sets out additional Russia sanctions, because this is the only thing what we can do. I guess no one wants to start a big war in Europe. So maybe it's a good thing, but then the people in Russia also will suffer, because there are 5 capitals Mr. Putin is afraid of, that SWIFT. And if Russia, or if the world community cuts off Russia from SWIFT, then they have no money anymore. And this is maybe the last sanction we should use, because then all people in Russia will suffer too. And this so stupid, really, really stupid what we have here in this situation. Okay, so what do we expect today? It's Friday. UK consumer confidence survey is already out. We expect a 10 London time business consumer survey. Then Mexico, that's not really interesting. And the USD weekly export sales at 1:30 London time, by the way. So I want to give you the hint to the risk notes. CFDs are complex instruments and come with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. 78% of retail investors' accounts lose money when trading CFDs with this provider. You should consider whether you understand how CFDs work and whether you can afford to take the high risk of losing your money. So thanks, Nastya. Yeah, let's go to the charts. Before we come to the charts, I want to invite you to our webinar this afternoon. And the topic is how to tackle losing strikes in your trading in 2022. So if you're interested in such a topic, then join this session afternoon. Nessia, do we have the link in chat? Maybe if you have it on hand, then you can share it with us for the webinar this afternoon. And also, by the way, the Telegram channel from Admirals you'll find also in the chat right now. There you have a lot of content here. If you're more a fan of Twitter, you'll find similar content on Twitter, Admirals Global. Sorry. And if you want to follow me, then you will find my name DayTrader70. And if you're interested in trading with logic, then I'm happy if you visit my homepage here on dowhowtrading.com. There you will find the world's first trading education based on pure logic with the guarantee to become successful in trading at all. Let's come to trading, and we start as always with our view at the DAX 40. And you see we finished yesterday the big short, with a wonderful, successful profit, right about 300 or 400 pips points. We made this fun with this short position here. Now we have a young new uptrend, which is this green one. Here we are in a correction, and therefore we have not a correction deeper than 38 yet. I have a pending order at the point 2. In case that we're going deeper, we can measure here with this one. If we will have a close below 38%, then we are waiting for a balance candle, and then we can open the trade in the correction. As long as you don't have a correction deeper than 38, yeah, it's a good idea to start and to speculating on a breakout. So thanks, Nestia. In the chat right now, you will find the Telegram channel and also the link to our afternoon webinar with the tackle strike. Okay, and on YouTube also, Nestia. Thanks you very much. Let's go to our running trades. No, not the running trades, the focus chart. And we start with a look at the Bitcoin. And we are doing this on 4-hourly chart. And in Bitcoin, you will see, okay, we have a kind of, I would say, rising prices, but the trend, of course, the trend is still down. And here we go. So that's my trend. And yeah, that was one, this and this and this. So actually we are fighting with the last 0.3 here. That's the last 0.2. And maybe if you will see a close above the last 0.2 here, then we have a trend break, but not a new trend right now, because we just see a move. Yeah, maybe if you will see a correction before and then the break with a close, then we have a valid trend. Then it could be a good idea to wait for this, and we can go up again. So, and be careful if you have a short position. Be careful if you see that the price is not going lower than here. Maybe it's a good idea to stop the trade and take the money and be happy that you have a wonderful trend. Let's see to Dow Jones. Dow Jones, it's still a downtrend. And it's here, we start here. And this is my downtrend. And wonderful, wonderful. You see, we are still in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in a 5 in the 6 correction here right now. The trend will break here and continuing here, and everything what happens in between this is just a correction. Yeah, no more, no less. So actually we don't have a contrary trend, which is just we have to do this, but as long as this is not happening, there is nothing to do. If you are in a short push position, by the way, then it's a good idea. You should have made partial profits, and your stop loss is in profit already because the entry, perfect entry was there. Index 40, also still a downtrend. And in case you are in, we had a trend break. Yeah, we start here. Exactly, yes. So that was the trend. Okay, so break here, trend continuation there. So in case you opened your trade at the best here, or maybe here, or maybe here, then good idea to make partial profits round about here and maybe trade a stop into profit and everything is fine. And the rest, let the market work. Let the market works and maybe we see another correction and another trend arm. And if not, then it's possible that we see a contrary trend as a kind of correction. You know what's the best thing is if you trade with logic, then you don't have to speculate anymore. You have to interpret and analyze anymore. Speculate, you know, speculate. Where is the origin source of speculate? You know, you remember speculare, the Latin word. It's speculare. Do you remember what it means? This word speculare, Danny, I love it. Yeah, exactly. It means observing, watching, looking around. Don't touch it. Speculare in its origin meaning means just watching, observing, not acting. So when you can act, of course, when the rules are there. And if the rules are not there, just listen to the chart. Listen, magic 4 L's. You remember? Logic, listen, let it go, let it run. It's not necessary to interpret, to analyze. Just let it go. British pound, US dollar. Yeah, actually, we have a downtrend. And the downtrend is not easy to see. It's not really easy to see because it starts here. And the point is we are still in a second trend arm. And you might say, okay, this is not perfect, this is not right, but it is. The moment you learn how to draw the trend on logic, you will figure it out. This is why I teach you this one in the online course. So we are waiting. I can imagine that the price will recover a little bit up to here. This could be an interesting part because this is the last point 2 here. Yeah, and the price going there and maybe returns there and then we're going short. I have it on my watch list, British pound, US dollar. Gold. Gold have a big move to the upper side and it's still long. And you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here you remember why I say work with a soft stop. With the hard stop, you are out here right now. With the soft stop, you're still in. No close below the last 0.3, nothing to do. Maybe your stop loss is here, right? It's close to the last 0.3. And as long as you work with the soft stop and your hard stop is maybe here, then you are still in. So just watching, just listen. There is no contrary trend. Yeah, maybe if you see it's not working longer for me here, it's fine. Get out or trade a stop, go up to movement trading bar by bar. Everything is fine because the perfect entry was already here. And this is a big move, a big winner. And we have, of course, Euro USD, but Euro USD is also a running trade because we opened this trade yesterday. We talked about it already. And it's the short. It's a short. It's this one. Move. Second trend arm. You remember? And we opened it. I opened the trade. He closed to the last 0.2, speculative a break. And it's happening here. Now with third trend arm, and last night I make a partial profit with around about 80 pips. everything is fine. Yeah, so I cannot lose money anymore. I guess I should trail my stop loss, of course. Yeah, and now just waiting. Yeah, just waiting. If the price is going up more, we cannot lose money anymore. If you see euro is going to be stronger, then I trail my stop. And but here is also kind of similar situation that I can imagine that the price will test the last 0.2 here again. And then maybe we see falling euro again. Just listen to the chart, just reading the chart, not interpreting. We are in, we saved money, we made money with this trade, everything is fine. Let's switch to our running trades. And in our running trades, before we come to the running trades, question of today, Friday question. Did you reach your own goals this week? I know this week was really hard, but did you reach your own goals this week? Yes, I did finally. Or no, I did not, or I had no goals this week. So feel free and as honest as possible, please. We have a couple of running trades. We are going back to profit in Australian dollar, Swiss franc. You know, the point of control is still here. You remember, point of control is still here, around about 67.32. Yeah, and now we were in the third trend arm. We see a kind of recovery, and now we're going up again. So just for a moment, let it go. So my plan is we see the last high again here at around 0.6692, then I will make a partial profit. Yeah. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, we saw the correction. And you see here why I used to work with a soft stop. The purple line means the mental stop or the soft stop. You see, if you have your hard stop there, now you are out. And it's a little bit annoying because if you see the prices going up, here right now, you see, I always have my stop loss, 1.3, previous 0.3, and at the confirmed last 0.3, I work with a soft stop. When the trend once is running, I don't do it with when I start the trade, but then I have my initial stop loss. But also I work with my mental stop, and if I see I'm not in the right bus, I get out. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, yeah, with the big tackle yesterday, we saw here, not really a trend continuation, just spikes here, just a game. We are just a little bit in loss, and actually everything is fine. I have my mental stop here at this last 0.3, which is not confirmed right now. And let's see what happens today. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we made partial profits already, and we are still in profit for the moment. Actually, I can see I'm here in, the price will not really continue. And I'm not willing to lose more money with this. So therefore, I trail my soft stop closer. Yeah. And if I will have a close above this, then I will trail my hard stop, and then I'm in plus and in profit, because I don't let the trade run into the big loss. That's not the sense of trading here. So Swiss franc, Japanese yen, we're coming back a little bit in profit. You see how the soft stop is working, and we are back a little bit in profit, you see. And if you have worked with a hard stop there, and then you're out and we have a loss. Yeah. So with this profit, that was the first profit here. And now we do it again. We make partial profit, sorry. We make partial profit, so actually we cannot lose money anymore. Euro US, Australian dollar. That's really cool, actually. You see, yesterday I make a partial profits here, and now the trend is going on. I guess Australian dollar is going to be stronger, and that's really cool. Just let it go. Euro Swiss franc, here the trade is fine. Actually, there's no trend continuation for the moment because just spikes here on the lower side. It's not a really trend continuation. And the soft stop here is at last 0.3 with the question mark, which is not confirmed right now. I make partial profits and I'm in profit right now. Yeah, and you see, yeah, let's see. Just listen to the chart. British pound, Australian dollar, it seems that the correction is coming to an end, it looks like. And if we will have a clear close below the last 0.2, then we have a trend continuation. And by the way, then we can trail the stop. So which means the soft stop is here. And yeah, we made already partial profits. So wonderful, almost 400 pips in profit. Yeah. So let's see. British pound, Japanese yen, also in profit. Actually, here we are in the correction right now. It's a normal trend. And don't be afraid about the correction. You know, I told you, we need a correction every time. We need every time a correction because without a correction, there cannot occur a trend. And the trend arm is depending from a correction and from a movement and a correction. And you know, a trend depends from trend arms, and the trend arm depends from movement and correction. So don't be afraid if you see a correction. It's fine. We need the correction that new sellers, in this case, British pound, Japanese yen, we need sellers again, because if we have more sellers, then the trend can continue. Yeah. So don't be afraid about corrections. Also, British pound, New Zealand dollar. Yeah, lovely. Second trend arm, entry, second trend arm, partial profits. You see the correction. Actually, it's a correction, not confirmed yet, because we need a close below the last 0.2. And by the way, the point of control is here. You see, on 197 roundabout. So, and I'm quite sure we'll reach it. Actually, we are fighting with the point of high. I know this. Fighting with the point of high, and there is the point of control. And maybe we see an extension of the correction, but finally we will reach the point of control. I'm quite sure. New Zealand Swiss franc going back into profit. Already saved this trade, just let it go. New Zealand Canadian dollar, a wonderful trade. We sold half the position at the top when I could see, okay, that's really here. We saw the top, we saw a balance candle. That's really cool to make a partial profit, maximum partial profits here. And now we see a kind of correction. Yeah, and now maybe we should be a little bit more carefully because it's, look at this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trend arm. Really, 7 trend arm is really old. So it's possible that if we that the 7 trend arm is also able to continue, of course. But if you see, for example, I give you just a hint here, if you see that the price is not going over this point here, then maybe it's a good thing to stop the trade. Yeah, and be happy about this winner. It's not necessary, but it's a possibility. US dollar, Canadian dollar, we hit a new high here at this spot. 0.28766 was the last high. We saw finally a trend continuation, which means the stop loss, soft stop is here, the last 0.3. By the way, oh yeah, we can make partial profits. Look at this one. Let's take money. Let's why not? Okay, you don't want. Okay, let's see, why not? Ah, Jesus, here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Ah, no, we sold already. everything is fine. We had already partial profits, and here we go. There was, yeah, here. It's a long running trade. It's a long running trade. Okay. Oh, that's the short position. We can delete this one. It's not necessary anymore. So, okay, let's see what happens next. Just trend continuation. And I guess we can see a long running trade in US dollar, Canadian dollar, because the point of control is this rectangle here, which means the price is quite normal, fair valued, which means we can continue for maybe next trend arm. Let's see. So US dollar, Japanese yen, yeah, we entered the price. We stopped with, unfortunately, you see, we had a long trade here. So, and I trailed my hard stop closer because I saw this contrary trend, and this is, sometimes it's happened like this. I stopped the long trade with a small loss. I opened at the second trend arm, of course, and the price jumped up. Yeah, sometimes it is like this. Sometimes I trailed the hard stop now a little bit. Let's see what happens next. I don't know. And crude oil, yeah, we had a big jump about the war yesterday in Ukraine, about this, like in other commodities too. So, but still going on. Yeah, just let it go. I'm quite sure we will reach the top again. Yeah, let's see. We are living in this difficult times with this Russia war, and I guess the energy prices are still going on. That's not really the best thing, but yeah. Maybe we can make money with this long-running trade here also. Okay, so actually we have no probabilities for today. It's the end of this week. It's Friday. We have enough to do with our running trades. So the DAX is going down. It's still the second trend arm. So, and if you see a stabilization with a balanced candle, first of all, we need a correction deeper than 38. So keep an eye on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my question for today, and we have really remarkable days actually. So my question for you today is, did you reach your own goals this week? So we have, unfortunately, 56%, they have to say, no, I did not. That's a little bit too much. So what you can do, basically, it's not a problem if you don't reach your goals, but you have to figure out why. Yeah, maybe you didn't trade this week. Maybe you are, distracted about this hard times, rough times, actually. But if you want to become successful in the long run in trading, then it's an absolute need that you figure out why you haven't reached your goals this week. There must be a reason. So figure it out. And if you are not sure, send me an email. I'm always your contact person. If you want, go on my homepage, there will find a contact formula. If you want to talk about this, or send me some questions, something like this, we can talk about in the webinar. Every morning, we will see each other as long as everything is going well for us next week again. So if you want that I talk about specific topics, issues, then send an email to Admirals or send an email to me. Then I put it on my list and we can talk about it, because I want that everybody is successful with trading. If you use logic for this, then you have a guarantee to become successful in the long run. But please talk to me. Let me know what's going on with your own account, what's going on with your own trouble. And this is what I want to offer you. The last words for this week, guys. I want that we think about the people in Ukraine. And we are in the luxury position that we can trade. We are in the luxury position that we can spend our time with not living charts. But while we are doing this, people are living in big fear close to us. And I'm so tired of these stupid things. And I hope you will find a little bit time today to pray for our people in Europe. It's not the time to have war right now. Let's pray for each other, guys. And I wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. And as always, let's pray for peace in Europe and for our people around the world. I wish you a lovely weekend. And as always, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules